Hello guys, Michael here from Mixie Manga and welcome to the video. So I'm going to be doing a review of the recent July BTS, and honestly guys, if you haven't seen it, go watch the July BTS. It looks absolutely insane. It's going to be a really good month we've got lined up for us, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So firstly, there is the Legacy mode. So this is going to be probably like the main update this month. I guess it's first in the review below, and it's also what Jagex have been centering around for a long time now. You know, it's been going through for a good couple of months. You know, obviously they released it quite a while ago, and then they had people go in, YouTubers go in to test it out, and then obviously they brought out the beta a couple of weeks ago, and in un-Jagex-like style, they've actually gone through the patches, gone through the beta pretty quickly, and they're going to be expecting to launch it later in July, which is pretty cool. You know, it's not like Jagex to actually do something like this so kind of off the cuff and so quickly. Normally they'll put it through beta for like 4 months, and then they'll bring it in like they did with EOC and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome. The fact is, there's an EOC beta going on at the moment, which hasn't come into the live game, and yet Legacy mode is coming in quicker, a lot quicker than that, which is quite hilarious. Kind of makes it seem like they're focusing more on Legacy mode, which is something I really didn't want them to do. I wanted them to kind of make EOC the main thing and kind of Legacy mode a separate kind of side. Not really as important. It shouldn't be as important. EOC is still the live game. But that's just personal opinion. Obviously, a lot of people are looking forward to Legacy mode, as the 80% vote for yes showed. I did actually vote yes myself because, you know, I didn't want to be some scumbag who voted no just because I'm not a fan of Legacy mode. The fact is, I'm allowing other people to play it, so same as when 07 came out and stuff like that. So yeah guys, I am not a fan, as you can tell, of Legacy mode, but I am kind of looking forward to the update because it is kind of cool. I will be testing out Legacy mode a lot more. Beta is fun. I have to say it's fun. Not for me, definitely not for me. I prefer to get my actual XP in the live game, you know. I don't really want to waste time testing out things in the beta where you don't get XP or anything like that. You know, no XP waste and all that kind of stuff. And also the fact is, I don't do combat that much anymore, so Legacy mode doesn't really interest me that much. For skilling, EOC is better in most aspects, mainly because of the ability bar. You can insta-drop things so quickly for stuff like fishing and other things like that. So that's why I use EOC, and honestly, I do prefer EOC. You know, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be miserable, but I'm not really one to reminisce or kind of look into the past. So I prefer EOC just generally. So that's why I'm going to be playing it more. As for Josh, I know he prefers Legacy a lot more. I know he prefers Legacy, so his side of the channel will probably be more Legacy. He said he wants to get back into like PKing, he wants to do some staking, stuff like that, and he is looking forward to Legacy a lot. As for me, it's going to be more like a side update for me. I probably won't even play it on the first day release. I don't know. I'll see. I will see. But yeah, this next update, however, is something that I am really looking forward to, and it is Araxor. This is going to be the new high-level boss. Now, I know I probably made a video similar to this a year ago, talking about Virago. But yeah, this is really awesome. This is going to be the new solo and duo boss. It's definitely released now that it will be 1 or 2 players. People have known it was going to be 1 or 2 players for a while, but there was rumours that it might just be a solo boss. As for how it's going to work with the 1 or 2 players, no one really knows fully. Some people think 2 players will be kind of like a hard mode version. However, personally, I think it will just be like 1 player, or you can invite another player, but obviously it's not going to be like a hard mode. It will just be scaled a bit more. The boss will be scaled to 2 people. Now, this is going to be really interesting. Firstly, they said it's going to be in Mauritania, and in the BTS video they did show some snapshots of Mauritania. And honestly guys, I would probably get your hands on the Draken's Medallion if you haven't got it yet. This isn't like a definite thing. Yeah, it's going to be around the barrows or like one of the areas, but you got about 5 or 6 teleports on that Draken's Medallion, and it might take you to a place near to the Araxor's lair, wherever he or she, I'm not even sure what it is going to be where you're able to kill it. So this isn't like a definite thing. You might like quest a bit, get your Draken's Medallion, and it's not near, and you don't need it. I know it'd be a waste, but just think on the first day, like how I felt back when Barrows was released. I couldn't do it really because I didn't have the Draken's Medallion, and it took so long to get. Well, it didn't take long to get. It took like 2 minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. and also like the ghosts hit you for your food. It's just effort, and I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered just to die, just to do that. And obviously for some it might be a long walk if you don't have the Dragon's Medallion and you die or something like that. So I would recommend getting that. It's not too hard to get it, you know. Some of the quests are quite painful, I have to say, in aid of Mirek and stuff like that. But honestly, it's worth it if you really want to do this boss. I guess most people doing this high level boss will have Dragon's Medallion anyway, but you know, it's just a heads up, guys. So yeah, so this is going to be a really fascinating boss. It's going to be really hard. They said it's going to be similar to, it's going to have a drop table even more generous than Queen Black Dragon, which makes me think maybe it's going to be quick like Queen Black Dragon. But then again, it's also going to be dropping the new 92-handed weapons, which is absolutely insane. I really want them to do it in just like one drop, but as it says here, each one is built from rare parts of lairs, evil inhabitants, which makes me think it's going to be like the Ascension crossbows, where it's kind of like built from well, Ascension crossbows are built from 6 signets. This might be built from like 4 pieces of like the lairs inhabitants, as it says there, to make the 2-handed weapon. I want it to be just one item, but you know, obviously it's not to be. You're going to have to collect each piece, which might be difficult, you know. We'll see how it goes on the first day. I want it to be like literally just like Mixing Mango has received a 92-handed melee weapon on the first day, and I go sell it for 2 bill. But you know, that kind of thing never happens. I've done release day bosses for quite a while now. Did Virago, I did the Barrows, I did some of the Ascension bosses. Oh no, actually I don't think I had the level back then, but I did those kind of stuff, and I didn't get anything, and I couldn't even get a kill of Virago on the release date. But hopefully this will be different. You know, I'm pretty much maxed DPS now. The only problem will be because I'm likely going to be duoing with Josh, probably first day, first week, depending on if he's at school or not, because I have actually broken up now, which is pretty awesome. And that's why I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, hopefully, and playing a bit more Runescape than normal. I will be duoing it. I will see whether duo or solo is better, because obviously if it's pieces, if you're duoing it and you're getting different pieces, like duoing Ascension dungeons is just kind of like pointless, because one person might get one signet and then the other might get another signet, and you can't even trade them, and it's kind of like just completely pointless. So I will see how it goes. But honestly, it does look awesome. Like, just that line there, disturbing sounds and fascinating environment. This is going to be a really cool boss, and obviously anything that Mod Chris L makes is going to be awesome. The other thing that they did mention in the BTS is it's going to be changing around its rotation, depending on like in the day. So basically, one day it might be like I don't know, shoots webs every 10 seconds, something like that. Next day it might shoot poison every 5 seconds, which does something different. So that's going to be really awesome. It's going to be changing a lot, a bit like Barrow's Riser 6, but like Barrow's Riser 6 doesn't really change that much. It's just kind of like different brothers, and it's not really that much difficult. It might be a bit like Virago, but instead of being weekly, it'll be kind of daily. I'm not sure how they're going to be doing it, because obviously they're going to have to make it random, but they can't make it too random that it's too difficult. So you never know. We see how it is, and it's going to be awesome. The other thing they said is they're going to be bringing in-game timers for boss fights. That's pretty cool. And there is also a rumor that they're actually going to be bringing in the EOC beta on the day of our actual release. It's not confirmed. It's definitely not confirmed. But someone said, I think it was a mod, a P mod or a J mod, said they might be bringing along the EOC beta, which is a beta which has rebalanced some of the abilities, significantly nerfing magic and a bit range and buffing melee. So we'll see about that. I hope this boss you don't need a Tribrid setup, because obviously I don't really have a Tribrid at the moment, so that'd be a bit of a shame, but we'll see. Maybe me and Josh can cover all 3 stars between us. So yeah, so I have rambled on quite a lot about Araxor, but as you can tell, I'm pretty excited. So the next 2 updates are pretty cool. You know, they're kind of just placement fillers in between the 2 big updates. Twitch integration is pretty awesome. Hopefully it will allow me to actually stream without getting OBS and all that kind of bother. Which is pretty cool, but it means I know I'm going to have my Twitch just clogged up with like 7,000 people streaming now, which is going to be a shame. But you know, it'll be pretty cool to actually try out streaming myself. And Royal Rhinos, another kind of placement. I will definitely be getting my hands on one of these rhinos. They look awesome. They do look cool. And also they give XP boosts and acts like a beast of burden as well. So that's pretty awesome. That's going to be quite cool, but obviously it's just like another placement filler in between the main 2 updates. And finally, high scores and Solomon's, and that kind of stuff. I always kind of, the last bit of the BTS is always like Solomon's and stuff like that. It kind of doesn't really interest me too much. If you want to go read about that, read about it. I'm not going to tell you about it because I'm not interested. So yeah, guys, that is July BTS. July looks absolutely insane. I have to say, the last couple of months have been slightly disappointing with the updates. Obviously, Legacy Mode has come out, the Legacy Beta, but apart from that, not a lot has happened that has interested me in Jagex updates. But obviously, they're really stepping up now with July and August and the summer months. July looks really cool. Hopefully, August will be as awesome. Obviously, Elf City will be coming out in August. That's going to be pretty awesome. I cannot wait for that. So, yeah, guys. So, thanks for watching and goodbye.